Hi, I'm Michael Brisbane, PGA professional and Director of Instruction at Azalea City Golf Course in Mobile, Alabama. Along with me today is Shirley Yeager, LPGA and PGA apprentice at Azalea City. Shirley, you've been with us at Azalea City for how long now?
About a year.
She's been with us a year. Prior to that, she worked at the Robert Trent Jones Trail here in Alabama in Mobile for about 3 years. 3 years. She's also been a longtime student of mine. I think you were about 16 years old when I first started teaching you. She was a fledgling high school student, high school golfer, and she's now working her way to be a full LPGA and PGA professional. What we're going to talk about today, Shirley, is a couple of the issues that have plagued you in your game that Shirley and I also see in a lot of the other women that we teach. And the problems all stem from the backswing, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Okay? We've worked very hard on Shirley's backswing, and it's been a little difficult to fix. And what is the main reason you think it's been so difficult?
Strength.
There it is. There's the answer right there, strength. Don't get offended by this, ladies. I'm just talking about reality here. This is no way a knock on ladies golf, but the only thing that I've been able to come up with that why women do the same things, and it's not just, hey, I see it once or twice, but just over and over and over again, I see the same exact flaws. And the only thing that I've been able to come up with, and then working with you and talking to Shirley about her game, is it's a strength factor. When I get you in the proper positions in the backswing, it's more difficult, isn't it?
Yes.
Club feels heavier, doesn't it?
It feels heavier in that other hand.
Right. So we've had to get Shirley to do a lot of drills to fix these problems. Now, let me show you the main flaws that we see. The first one is in the first half of the backswing. Okay? Yes. Golfers get set up, and what we want to achieve in the first half of the backswing, keeping the shaft on plane, is to get the club into a position where when it's parallel to the ground, the club head, the shaft, and your hands are right in line. They're right on plane. What we see from most women is their hands push away from their body and they twist the club behind them. Why don't you jump in here and grab that club? And I really don't want her to do this because this is what we fought, but we're going to use it for experiment. Okay, so as she would take the club back normally her old swing, hands pushed away, they twisted, and the club got behind her. Now, that got the club sitting in her right hand, which allows her to hold it. Now, when we do the backswing correctly, the left wrist has to hinge, and it gets heavier right there on that left wrist. Okay? So there's the first mistake that we see. Switch sides with me here. If you can get yourself into the correct position here, it sets you up to then get you into the correct position at the top of the backswing. Now, again, what we're looking for, we're looking for the top of the backswing. We want the elbows, both of them to stay in front of your chest. You want the left wrist to be flat, and you want the club face to be in line with that left wrist. That would be a square club face. If I do that swing properly, here and here, the weight of that golf club is sitting in my right hand. Okay? Now let me get you to demonstrate it. So we take her halfway back, she gets into the proper position, she then goes to the top of the backswing. Notice her elbows have stayed in front of her chest, left wrist is flat, club face is perfectly in line. Okay? Great. Now, here are the mistakes that we see. We see once the women get twisted this way, they then get to the top of the backswing, and the club is pointed across the line. Okay? I've taught a lot of female college students. We're lucky that right across the street from our golf course is University of South Alabama. I've taught 6 or 7 of the women on that team. Lots of high school students, girls at Spring Hill College. They all kind of got the same problems, and we just work on them constantly. Now, the other problem that we see, and this one you're going to see mostly from your higher handicap ladies at the golf course, that they don't like to hinge the club at all. that they like to take the club back with no hinge, and they get to the top of the backswing, and that club likes to stick straight up in the air.
Yeah.
They like to lift their arms as they do it, thinking they're making a good backswing.
Yes.
If you've seen our other video on the pivot, that motion right there destroys the pivot as well. They end up letting their body slide, they don't get any rotation, and they're in a bad position to make a downswing.
Yes. No power.
No power. There it is, no power. And it's just difficult to recover from. The club doesn't come down on plane, you can't hit it solid, you lose your directional control. Now, one last main flaw that we see in a lot of women is, again, because of strength, they get to the backswing and their left wrist gets turned and gets facing backwards.
Mm-hmm.
This gets the club head dead closed.
Yes.
Again, it's easier for them to hold the club in this position than it is in the correct position. So I want to show you a couple of drills today. Shirley's actually going to show you the drills. I'll describe what she's doing that have helped you, and that we use with our girls golf club a lot, trying to get these girls into a proper backswing position. Now, first drill is using just a soccer ball, a playground ball, a basketball, whatever you want. Move over this way just a little bit. Good. Now, Shirley's just going to hold that soccer ball down in her fingers right in front of her. She's got great posture. She's going to make the pivot that we made in our first video. And what she's looking for, she's looking to get to the top of the backswing from this angle, her right elbow under her left elbow, and her arms nice and wide. She has the soccer ball about ear height, and that's all we want her to take it back. Let's do that again. Okay, she's going to bring it back. She's in a perfect position right here. Right elbow under the left. Perfect pivot. Soccer ball about ear height. Okay, now from here, she's going to let her body start to unwind down through impact and then take it all the way to the top of the backswing. Now notice how much of a pivot Shirley makes. This helps her generate power. The bigger the pivot on the forward swing, the better. So again, backswing all the way to the top, perfect position. She comes down. When she gets to impact, I want you to notice her left wrist is flat, and then she goes right to the follow through. Okay? Now, let's turn around and face this mirror, Shirley. This is an excellent place to do this drill, right here in front of a mirror. Shirley can watch herself, her pivot, and she can watch her arm. So again, take the ball to the top, perfect, right elbow is in great shape, come down to impact, perfect, go to the follow through. Fantastic, one more time. Excellent, down, perfect. Now, the other thing that this drill is doing is this drill is teaching Shirley sequence, right? Mm-hmm. So it's getting her body, her arms, and the club, which is essentially the ball, to all move together. Now, let's turn around this way and face, back up this way, turn around and face right here. Oh, there you go, keep coming. All right, now, so now she's got the mirror over here to her left. This is a great way to see what her forward swing looks like, but I wanted you to see the backswing here. So go to the top. Good. Elbows are right in front of her chest. She then comes down all the way to the finish. Fantastic. One more time. Excellent. Now, this is a great drill. Okay? If you can use
Heavier balls.
a heavier ball, it's even better.
Yes.
Okay? How much does yours weigh?
Mine's 9.
Okay, that's a heavy one.
Yeah.
Mine's only 4 pounds. Now, you can buy these at any athletic store. Down here it's Academy Sports, but anywhere you want to go. Now, mine is specifically for golf. It's called the swing ball. I've had it for years. It's actually got little straps that you can put your hands through that help you hold it. It's just a fancier version of this.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can use a heavy ball, and I really don't recommend that you use 9 pounds, somewhere in that 4 or 5 pound range,
Yeah.
is great. It's going to make you stronger. Okay? Now, one last drill that Shirley does a lot, and It's using a weight on her club. Okay, now,
So obvious too.
yeah, all the little girls that we teach and the high school girls and the young ladies, we really, really recommend that they get one of these. They're like $20. And it just attaches right on any golf club. All you do is you twist it and it comes right off. The nice thing is it can go anywhere on the golf club. You can be up towards the handle or down towards the head. For this exercise, we're going to be down towards the head of the club. And it just makes the club heavier. So come take that golf club. And now, this is a drill that Shirley does in the golf shop a lot. She gets a little downtime in the shop. She's always got a club sitting around. So she's going to do the backswing in just parts. Okay? Perfect to the top right there. Now let's just go halfway back. Make sure you're in the right position. Okay? Let's get that club up here just a touch more. Perfect. Now go to the top. Excellent. Can you feel that weight? Okay.
Very good.
Okay, start over again. Go to the top. Excellent. Okay, let's turn around and face the mirror. Okay, again, if you've got room at home, do it in front of a mirror. Okay, so halfway back. She's looking here that the golf club is parallel to the ground. Go all the way to the top. She's in a perfect position. Okay, then if you've got room, go ahead and go forward all the way to the follow through. Okay, if you don't have room indoors, go outdoors. These two drills. The soccer ball, basketball, play ball, volleyball, whatever it is you're using, weighted ball, or the weighted club. How much have they helped you?
A lot, tremendously.
Okay, in the past couple of months, how much farther are you now hitting the ball?
Good 20 yards at least.
I would have guessed more 30 than 20. Shirley's had a real big breakthrough in distance. And over the past 6, 7, 8 months, what have we been working on?
This, the exact same thing.
Backswing.
Yeah.
It's just, she's always had a nice forward swing.
Yeah.
So we just keep hammering away at that backswing position. So ladies, work real hard on your backswing. Get yourself into a good position at the top. If you can get to a good position at the top, you're going to have a great chance of making a forward swing. If you have any questions, you can go to my website. It's flashed across this video several times. Send me an email if you want. Check out my other videos on YouTube. Shirley's getting ready to start putting videos up on YouTube. Hers are going to be pretty much all specifically towards women. I'm dabbling in the women's stuff right now for just a little bit. But let us know if we can help, and I hope this helps you game.